Hello, friends. I'm host Eric. This is Rachel. We're here tonight on host Eric's boxing challenge live stream. That's right. Host Eric's boxing challenge live stream. One of the most exciting live streams you're ever going to see. I am here tonight to field offers from challengers. If there are any challengers out there who want to challenge me to a boxing match, I'm here to hear challengers' offers. If Frank James wants to show up and respond to my very recently published video challenging him to a mano-a-mano fisticuffs battle. Legends Fall, I don't think you're big enough as a YouTube channel. How big are you as a YouTube channel? I don't really want to box ESTP because I don't really want to get my ass whooped.
I agree.
I mean, that's just common sense.
I agree, bro. Yeah. I would like you to have a fair chance.
Yeah, so I don't really want to box somebody who has a decent chance of injuring me. I don't mind getting hurt. I would expect in a boxing match maybe to break my nose, for example, which I've broken before. But I don't want to get injured. So, anyhow, apparently my boxing challenge isn't really drawing a lot of attention here from the internet community, as I currently only have 4 viewers. But hopefully that'll change as people realize that here it is, the opportunity to engage directly with the potential future world champion of the Cruiserweight division, host Eric. You never know. I could potentially land a title fight in the Cruiserweight division, win the world championship as a professional boxer. That might happen. Very unlikely, but I'm guessing there are probably some better cruiserweights out there than me. I am 6'4", which makes me probably tall for anything but a heavyweight. But I'm also rather lanky. Maybe instead of boxing me, Legends Fall, you can train me when I get Frank James to agree to box me.
I see a juicer.
You want to grab it?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Thanks. Yeah. Just remember, it's plausible that I may be the future Cruiserweight World Champion. So take advantage of this opportunity to talk to me now.
No, wait. Just face the camera. No, sorry.
Okay. So, I was asked during the last premiere of my challenging Frank James to a boxing match video if I would be live streaming afterwards. I said, yeah, I wasn't really planning on it, but yeah, I will. And the reason is because I want to get people's opinions, thoughts about good potential matchups for me. That's still not good enough, Legends Fall.
Well, congratulations on having more subs than you actually thought you had.
Right. You tripled what you thought. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is good.
If I was wrong by 66% to my own detriment, then I'd really have 18,000 subs. Unfortunately, I'm not wrong in the same way that you were wrong. Okay, well, maybe if Broccoli Todd and Legends Fall get together a bunch of people like themselves, each with a small number of subs, they can combine into one super boxer. and fight me by combining all of their stuffs. So Rachel went to the mall today. She returned an article of clothing of some sort.
Yeah.
And she got some different shoes. Now, are these shoes... You still have the other shoes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so are these shoes designed to go with the same dress or designed to go with a different dress?
Don't you think they would go really well?
I
I'm
mean-
gonna return the other.
I mean, I don't know, Rachel.
Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking, have we resolved the bridesmaids issue?
Yes,
Yes,
we have.
we have.
We have.
Which is what? How did it resolve?
That. Oh, has my aunt answered the question? No.
So we haven't resolved the bridesmaids
No.
issue. So why are you getting different shoes?
Because I think I'm just gonna wear I don't know.
Don't you want to know the bridesmaids question before
Yeah.
you
Well,
decide what you're wearing?
Here's my thinking. Because so like I have this is a little bit more casual, but if the other doesn't work out. Does this look like
No, I'm not. I have no comment at all about the dress or anything, Rachel. I'm just my gas have been flabbered
I'm sorry.
that because we talked a lot about what you were going to wear yesterday.
I know. I didn't
And it was
talk
all
to
predicated
her.
on this one question.
I can't talk to her now. Too late. I'll text her tomorrow. I have a feeling I will look like a bridesmaid if I wear
Okay,
black.
so listen, Rachel. You are saying to me, I don't know
Yeah.
the answer to this question.
Yeah.
But I cannot stand the fact that I don't know it. So I'm just going to pretend like I do know the answer to it and that it is a problem.
Yeah. It's not a problem.
Okay, so why aren't you wearing the original dress and shoes combo and purse?
Well, the purse I think I'm gonna keep.
Okay, but now you got black shoes instead of white shoes.
Yeah.
And how is that going to differentiate it from the bridesmaid's dress more than the original?
It's gonna look more casual.
But you don't know what the bridesmaid's dresses look like.
Right.
So if they're more casual than you're expecting, you're going to look more like a bridesmaid, not less. That's why you need to know first the answer to your question instead of trying to work around it.
I know.
The problem here is not whether or not Rachel needs affirmation or validation about her dress or something, Winston's mom. The problem is that Rachel needs to get an answer to her goddamn question.
I didn't do it.
And
It's my
somebody
fault.
didn't.
It's my
If somebody
fault.
didn't. It was not your fault that you didn't answer your question in the first place. Right?
No, that's true.
Anyway, that's not really related to my boxing question. Although maybe we get Rachel to box her Aunt Leslie.
Yeah.
And the prize could be for the winner. They get to know what the bridesmaids' dresses look like. Well, Broccoli Todd, I'm going to be wearing an athletic supporter and a cup to protect my manly bits from your punches. So that probably won't work on me. Again, to all the people who happen to be here, all 12 of you, not a very great deal, a very large number. I probably won't stream for a particularly long time, but I'm interested in hearing suggestions of people out there who you think I might box against. I heard one earlier about some angry conservative person who is the kind of person who might Well, Winston's mom, you can see the challenge that we're both having here, which is Rachel, for FE reasons, doesn't want to push too hard or at the wrong time or in the wrong way on people that she's trying to get answers from.
I simply forgot.
That's also the other thing. We tend to forget.
I will ask my Aunt Leslie.
No, C.S. Joseph has not responded at all. And hence I put up my follow-up video challenging Frank James or anybody else, basically, to box, provided they've got a bigger YouTube channel than I do, and are willing to work with me in some capacity on trying to, find a bit. Karma's Pimp, keep up, please. Keep up. Obviously, you haven't watched the video I published 10 minutes ago. God. You're really behind the times. Okay? That's why you don't understand. I assume you would have watched that video before you came to this live stream. God.
No, honestly, I really did forget to. I have it written in there, in the text. It's ready to be sent. I just haven't sent it yet.
Right. The thing is, Oliver Linehan, it's not that the woman didn't respond at all. She responded non-responsively.
Yeah, I can...
So it's not like she's ignoring Rachel. She thinks she responded by telling Rachel not to worry.
Right.
But the question was, does this look like a bridesmaid's dress? You look fabulous, don't worry, doesn't tell you the answer to that, right? It just tells you either, yes, you look like a bridesmaid's dress, but that's okay, or no, it doesn't look like a bridesmaid's dress. Either of those could justify that.
I think that's my bag
That response.
in the car.
You think you left your bag in the car? Isn't it right over there with your shoes? That bag?
No.
What bag are
My
you talking
handbag.
about? Oh, your handbag.
Yeah, I think it was in the car.
You didn't have it with you when you got in the car. You just had that.
Can I double check?
Sure. Do you have your phone somewhere?
That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, it's in the handbag.
Yeah.
I hope she didn't leave it on a wall or something at the mall. So in this case, it's a little frustrating because it's frustrating to me because Rachel is doing stuff. I mean, she frets about this a bunch, and she talks to me about it, but then she's doing stuff that makes no sense, right? Like, it makes no sense for her to buy black shoes unless she were to have learned already that maybe the bridal party has white shoes. But she didn't know that yet, so so she tried to work around it by coming up with a dress that she'd be confident wouldn't be like the bridesmaids' dresses for some other reason because of casualness. But then I point out, but you see, Rachel, what if the bridesmaids' dresses are more casual than you expect, and then you end up looking more like a bridesmaid, not less? Alright? So this is the conundrum of the knower in absence of knowledge. What happens when the knower is in absence of knowledge is they either operate as though they do know. They just say, okay, well, since I can't go forward until I know, and I don't know, I'll just have to assume one or the other choice. So you did have it? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. That's a relief.
Yeah.
I was imagining the white one when you said your handbag.
Oh, no. That I have inside.
So, it's I think it's reflective of sort of cognitive function reflex, where it's third in her stack and selfish to get information. And that's what I'm asking her to do, is get information. And she's like, yeah, okay. But the thing is, the same thing as asking me to FE a bunch. Like, dress up, Eric, and really meow the meow for everybody.
No.
I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I think you look great. Like,
That's not what I'm saying, Rachel.
oh.
I'm saying that I'm asking you to get information, right? This is exemplary of cognitive function differences because you're a knower first, then you're an interfacer. When you don't know, you interface. When that doesn't work, instead of getting information, you decide to just operate as though you on what you do know, right? Because TI is selfish. You don't want to go get information unless you want to get it.
So, the whole thing, exactly is, hey Aunt Leslie, I heard the bridal party is wearing black. I'm worried I will look like a bridesmaid in this, and I sent her a picture of what I was wearing. Her response was, I would not worry about that at all. You look stunning. I cannot wait to see you. It's been too long.
I would not worry about that at all. But she didn't say why she would not worry about that at all. Would she not worry about that at all because it doesn't look like a bridesmaid's dress? Or would she not worry about that at all because it does look like a bridesmaid's dress, but that's fine in her mind. It doesn't matter.
Right.
So the thing is, Rachel doesn't really like having her TI pushed on, which is me telling her to get more information.
Do you think I should just text her now?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you should, and just assume that maybe she is asleep, but she's not going to feel obligated to wake up just because you text her.
She probably is, yeah.
If you want, you know.
I did. I said, I don't look like a bridesmaid, though, right? Should I follow it up with anything else? I really don't want to look like the...
No, I mean, if I were going to suggest you follow it up with anything else, it would be, can you give me some specifics about what the bridesmaids' dresses look like, or shoot me a link to an image of something that looks like the bridesmaids' dresses?
Okay.
You know, that's what we really need, is real information like that. If we had a picture of the bridesmaids' dresses, then we wouldn't have to be doing all of this, what I would call any at the wrong time. Your any is trying to solve this problem without having this piece of knowledge. That whole idea of like, well, I'll go more casual than the bridesmaids, therefore I don't need to know. But of course, you still need to know something else, right? You need to know whether, in fact, the bridesmaids might be going casual or not. You know, so I think it's very reflective of INFJ's trouble when their NI doesn't meet their needs. When their NI doesn't meet their needs, they go SI. I'm going to need to learn from personal experience what this thing is. It means I'm going to need to see it. That comes late, right? Like, early is, well, I need to know what it is. It's a bridesmaid's dress. Okay, so I just need to know what color it is. It's black. Then there's a sense of, okay, well, that's a possible conflict, so now I need to know more. And the thing is, the idea that what she really needs to do is see a picture of it, to use SI on it, is something that doesn't...
Right, because like if they're floor-length gowns, right? If they're like wearing long gowns, I'm fine. I don't look like I'm in the wedding party. But if they're like short, casual black dresses, I definitely will look like I'm in the bridal party. And yes, I actually do believe that a lot of people are going to be wearing black. But I also look around their age. So it's not like, it's very different from like my mom wearing black, which I know she's wearing black, than me wearing black.
Right. So all of these things are universal considerations. I suspect an ESFJ, for example, with NI polar, wouldn't go through any of this, but would instead immediately say to the person, I need to see a picture of the bridesmaids' dresses. I need to see it so I know. Meh, 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 meh. It doesn't even occur to Rachel to say, I need to see a picture of it, right? That's SIA unconscious.
I took it as an answer.
She just wants to know the universal reality of the thing as it can be described in language. Good effing Lord, I'm glad all my family members are married. Well, I will admit, this whole dress thing has occupied more attention and significance than I ever conceived of it possibly occupying.
I'm sorry.
But that's okay, Rachel. It's been interesting anyway, you know. It's interesting because it's revelatory of how you address problems, you know. And what kind of problems give you the most problem? What kind of problem gives you the most problem? An inability to know.
Yeah.
Oops. What did I just do?
I do think that a lot of people are going to be wearing black in general. But, you know, we'll see. I'll ask. I sent her this text message, so.
So if anybody here is friends with Frank James, tell him to come to the chat and tell me yes or no about my offer to box him. Would be appreciated. Plus, Eric, you're a dude anyway. Well, I'm not sure what I'm wearing. I haven't really thought about it. I figure I will wear something nice to the wedding when it gets there. You know, it's like, my take on it is basically that, you know, I'll wear that shirt that Winston's mom sent me in the mail, and I'll maybe put on a tie and maybe get a sport coat, you know, from like I got some sport coats. Maybe get a new sport coat from the thrift store. Thrift store is a great place to get sport coats.
That's what we're planning on doing, is going to the thrift store for Eric. I think that's the best option.
It's a good place to get suits and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's hard to fit me in a suit anyway. But when you find one that fits in the thrift store, it's like, wow, that's pretty cheap for a suit.
Yeah,
You know?
it's worth it. I think it's worth it for you to go to a thrift store.
So it's like, yeah, NI can only know based on what it has available for knowing, and the TI part is getting information. TI, they prefer to use when they don't have to use it, so to speak, or just in certain ways, I guess. They hold others accountable via TI, but they don't really go out and get a lot of information to enable their knowing. They're most powerful when they do, just as ENTPs are most powerful when we incorporate more FE. Well, I mean, I would suggest Legends Fall that selfish TI means they like holding other people's accountable on TI, but don't really like to be held accountable on TI themselves.
No.
Which is...
I feel extremely embarrassed.
It's not a critique. It's not a critique. I don't mean to say that that's a bad thing about INFJs. I just think that it's true for both ISFJs and INFJs. That they expect they use TI to check to make sure other people are treating them fairly, since they don't use FI very much to check for their own shit, right?
Yeah.
And they don't use it so much to check themselves. Just like I don't use FE to check myself, right? I don't go. Sometimes I do. Eric, that's bad FE. if I know if I mess up on it badly, then I'll punish myself in some sense. I'll be like, you fucked that up, Eric. Shame shivers. But I don't tend to. If somebody says, "You're being too argumentative, Eric, and that's bad FE," I go, "Well, fuck your FE then. I'm gonna continue arguing." Meow 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 meow. Right? I don't tend to hold myself accountable for FE. I don't really hold others accountable for FE so much as I do. I tend to always have it be me the center of attention more, I guess. You know? So I really like thrift store shopping too.
Me three.
And you know, Rachel and I have as part of our SI story a great and beautiful sort of tragedy that presumably one day we'll be wealthy enough to remedy. Which is one day we went to a thrift store and there were absolutely perfect matching white fur coats that fit her and me perfectly.
Yeah, perfectly.
It was like
they were like made for us.
It was like somebody came in and tailored two beautifully perfect, like old school white fur suit top things, jackets. You know, just a jacket. And they were matching like his and hers, and it fit us each perfectly, and we wanted them so bad, but they were asking $200 a piece for them. Which I didn't think was unreasonable because they were gorgeous fur coats, you know?
Yeah, they were.
And I guess a lot of people have objection about wearing fur, but these are old school fur coats too. You can see in the labels inside they were like made in the 50s or something.
Yeah.
And I really, really wanted them, but we just couldn't afford them at the time, you know? And so we had to walk away. We were particularly broke at that moment for some reason. I don't remember why, and we couldn't afford them, so we didn't get them. But it's like that can be kind of a great story down the line too, when we have more money and we see something equivalent or something like that and pick it up, and you know, like some 10th anniversary present or something, we get them tailored, those things exact coats made for us or something like that.
Yeah.
You know? It's one of those kind of SI constructions that's possibly a rewarding one in the future, not just a tragedy of the past. But I will never forget that not getting those. I should have made more of an effort. I should have just been like, I don't know, Dad, can I have $500 for a couple of fancy fur coats?
It wasn't meant to happen.
Yeah, I guess it wasn't meant to happen. I'm sure my dad would have been like, no.
Yeah.
But Dad, I'm not shitting you. These are some really great coats. I'd be like, no. Son.
Can I have some of your tea?
It's coffee, but sure. Oh, you mean that tea?
Yeah.
I forgot about this tea. Sure, help yourself.
Thank you.
So, you know, I don't see a lot of boxing talk here, guys. I'm a little disappointed regarding that. We're trying to put together a boxing match. Everybody should currently be spamming Frank James's channel with comments about respond to Eric's boxing match challenge. Well, what about you, Eric? Shouldn't you be doing that too? I'm busy right now.
Yes.
I'm busy doing this right now. So I don't have time for that. But you guys all have time for that. Eric, are you using a double standard? Yes, I'm sorry. I won't use a double standard anymore. God. Everyone's so mean to me all the time. Not really. People aren't very mean to me in general. But you know what? I think Rachel might be down to box Bukoki. What we need to do is to generate some artificial beef between them.
Yeah.
Somebody spread a
She doesn't
rumor.
even know. I don't even think she knows who I am.
Tell Bukoki. Somebody spread a rumor that Rachel was talking shit about Bukoki's shins and ankles. Okay.
I like that.
It's saying that she's got squatter shins. Okay, that's the insult that Rachel's been spreading around about Bukoki. The rumor, she's got squatter shins. Now, if anybody asks you what are squatter shins, just say nobody's really sure, but it's not good. Okay. The hot rumor that began spreading around the internet started here right now. Bukoki's got squatter shins.
Squatter shins.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if when she was in elementary school, people teased her by calling her squatter shins, squatter shins. That's what Rachel's been telling me. I guess there's some kind of beef between Bukoki and Rachel now. So maybe we can generate a boxing match like that. I think Rachel would do fine against Bukoki. I think it'd be a fair fight. I'll put my money on Rachel against Bukoki. I will. Who's got Rachel and who's got Bukoki in this fight? I'm curious. Who do you think the favorite would be? Yeah. Apparently Rachel said Bukoki's ankles could support Refrigerator Perry. I don't know. I guess she saw a picture of Bukoki's ankles and it just like, boom. It's like regular girl, elephant ankles, just regular feet. It's really, apparently it's... I mean, that's part of the phenomenon of squatter shins, of course. How would you distinguish meta weight classes? Sheila W? That would probably be a fair fight. Well, I know that it's a very much of a long shot to get Frank James to box me. Okay, I agree with you. But it's less of a long shot than any other person who's got 100 times more subs than I have. Because I think I've actually talked to Frank James before, but regardless, he and I have communicated on a couple of occasions at least, you know. He used to be the same size as me. So, in a similar subject matter, it was natural that we just sort of interacted a little bit. Whereas anybody else who's got as many subs as him, there's zero chance they're going to even look at this, right? At least he knows who I am. So that's some advantage, right? At least he knows who I am and doesn't explicitly have anything against me as far as I know. Unlike C.S. Joseph, who knows who I am but definitely does not like me, right? So at least with Frank James, he knows who I am and has, I can presume, at least sort of neutral feelings about me. He doesn't hate me. I haven't done anything to make him hate me yet, so that's good. That's progress, you know. Who are the Kristen twins? Yeah, I want to know that too. This is live. This is the live stream. Okay, this is the live stream challenge where I'm throwing out possible boxing matches. We've been discussing possibly Pukoki versus Rachel. And it turns out that Rachel's been spreading some vicious rumors about Pukoki. Namely, she's got squatter shins, and also that she's got ankles that are thick enough to support the weight of William Refrigerator Perry, famous lineman turned running back, briefly, of the Chicago Bears. I think I did arrest him, actually, but I think I issued a retraction. This one is live. I will respond to your words as though you were speaking them. Coach Rico Papara and the Endless Curtis seems like a good match. That should be on the undercard. Somebody suggested earlier Queen's Gambit, but I don't want to fight Queen's Gambit. There's a difference between wrong and crazy, you know? Just as I also don't want to fight Marty. Rico Popo is a weirdo. Probably an alt. What's an alt? Is it an alternative? Queen's Gambit challenged Taylor to a fight. That's very silly on Queen's Gambit's part. I don't want to have a street fight or something. I want to have a sanctioned boxing match. Now, I understand it's difficult to get sanctioned. It's a lot easier to get sanctioned for an amateur boxing match. And what makes it amateur is not that you can't make any money off of it, but that there's no prize in the prize fight, right? It's not a prize fight. So you don't win any money when you win the boxing match. Marty apparently said he isn't INFJ but refuses to say what he thinks he is. But isn't he making content about typology? QG is far more obsessed with Taylor than he is with Eric. Wow. I don't know where they're getting it from. I don't. They'll have to answer you, I guess, themselves. But if, for example, Pukoki were to accept my challenge for a boxing match, I would totally take him on. So, or not Pukoki. PewDiePie. Why do I keep saying Pukoki when I mean to say PewDiePie? PewDiePie in this instance, that's what I'm talking about. If somebody big and famous like him were to challenge me to a boxing match, I would definitely take him on. That'd be huge for my channel. Is it likely that PewDiePie is going to happen upon my stream and take me up on my boxing challenge? No. It's very, very unlikely. I would say there's almost a 0% chance of that happening. But, would you like to show everybody your shoes, Rachel?
Sure.
Okay. So, do you want me to point the camera towards them, or do you want to lift your leg up?
I think pointing the camera is probably easier.
Okay.
They're more cash, but still dressy.
They've got ropes that go up the leg. Those are called leg rope shoes.
Yeah, leg rope shoes.
I love you, sweetie.
I love you too.
Marry, smash, kill, kiss. Frank James, C.S. Joseph, DSP, love who? Mary's Magical Kiss. I guess I'll marry Frank James. We'll go in this order. Frank James, DSP, CSJ, love who? Okay? If I gotta marry one, I'll marry Frank James. If I gotta have intercourse with one, well, might as well go DSP. I don't know. You gotta kiss one. I think kissing the guy from Love Who would seem painless enough.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if I had to kill one, well, it's not like I would choose to do that, but if I had to, it's clearly the short straw there. It's pretty clear, right? Thank you for the thumbs up on the shoes, Legends Fall.
Yeah, thank you.
Did It's Just Kevin say what his type is? I don't know who Just Kevin is. And are you talking about my fish? I have a fish named Kevin.
Yeah, he's so cute.
Who do you think is ENFP? You think Marty's an ENFP? You do not understand extroverted intuition. What if Chris, a male INTJ of Azura Psych, boxed Lijo, female INTJ? That'd be fun. I mean, I wouldn't mind boxing Chris, Azura Psych. I'll box him. And Lijo can box Megan Lavoda. Lijo indicated that she herself voted for Megan Lavoda in the recent poll. Who's more likely to defeat host Eric in a boxing match, Lijo or Megan Lavoda? Megan Lavoda is way ahead in the vote. So, obviously people don't think Lijo's that tough, I guess?
Yeah, I don't know, but in her video, she does stuff with fire.
I don't think people have generally seen that video. That's not on YouTube. That's just on, what's it called?
Oh,
Vimeo?
Vimeo, yeah.
I mean, I don't really remember exactly what he said. It was, I guess you'd say it was a TI frame, to be honest. More than a TE frame. It was kind of like a shitty NI frame, you know? It's FI was shitty NI. Yeah, it's a shitty NI frame, is what it really is. It's like shitty 4-slot NI, unbounded by reasonable TI. Enid F. Peterson? She's definitely an ENFP. I don't know if her channel's still around. You know, they get fussy, ENFPs. And they go, oh, rumph, I'm taking my ball and going home because somebody says I don't like in the comments. Yeah. But if she saw the channel, Enid F. Peterson is definitely an ENFP.
I don't know that channel.
That Michelle channel, Michi.
Oh, yeah.
She's an ENFP. Yeah. ENFP Michi is a real ENFP.
She's the one who did the types as a video game.
I don't know. She's Heart of Michi. Yeah, she's an ENFP. And the thing is, I have not a single bad thing to say about her as a person. Okay, I want to stress this. Not a single bad thing to say about her as a person. But I also should mention that in fairly typical fashion, I find her media to be in general. Okay, anyone agree to box me yet? No, not yet. I guess I'm just that scary. I'm like Conor McGregor, kind of. People are scared to meet me in the ring. How about that Asian girl from Canada? Is she really an INFP? You mean that girl who used to be an INFP, INTJ coffee? No. She is not an NFP. No. She's a BIMBO. Is that a type? I think so. She is a BIMBO.
BIMBO.
What you might call a bucket of rocks with boobs. Yeah, I'm a has-been. Hey, don't be talking shit about has-beens, okay? Calypso. I mean, that's really the
That's her
best.
name?
The best type of her. Sorry to be so offensive and stuff. Who said anything? Who said miserable cow? Where does that come from? That must be a mistyping or something or an autocorrect. Miserable cow? Who said miserable cow? Nobody. Lots of channels pushing DSP's system. I mean, yeah, he seems to have put together a real workforce of nonsense people. Oh, miserable cow is a... Well, if DSP typed her as an ENFP, she could be anything. Yeah, if OP typed her as ENFP, she could be absolutely anything. I mean, was she a regular ENFP or is she a jumper ENFP? Who's jumping all over the place. On Facebook and Quartz, like all CSJ.
I have a question. Non-related. Where should can I start sleeping
Take the bed.
tonight? Yeah, in the bed, I think.
Of course, where do you want? You ready to go to bed soon?
Soon, yeah. I feel
Okay.
it. But, you know, obviously don't stop live streaming.
Are you planning on bathing before bed?
I hadn't thought about it. Yeah, I could bathe.
If you want to.
Yeah.
I think we both know what that means.
I like your hand signals there.
He's a jumper blaster, an animal master. He's super guy indeed. He's some kind of crazy mix-up subtype of Dave's superpowers need. DSP indirectly made Lijo and Frank James, pretty much. I don't think it's fair to say that he indirectly made either of them. It means Rachel stinks. No, it doesn't mean Rachel stinks. You know, in general, I guess fourth slot SI probably is more probably me than Rachel, but I'm a big believer in always bathing before intimate moments occur.
It's polite. I'll take it as polite.
Of course, I always did too. You know, it's not like it's one direction.
Yeah, it's true. It does.
It's probably an SI thing, yeah. He's an SI fourth slot thing mostly. Well, I don't. Depending on the circumstances, Rachel or I may only sort of bathe. You know.
What do you call it?
French bath or something like that, or undercarriage wash.
Undercarriage wash. Yeah, we wash.
I want to just do a quick undercarriage wash, rather than a full blast of bathing.
This is our style.
He's an NFP, Boba Fett.
So, I like to do one more double nitronic and then head into I'll take a...
Alright, why don't we take a short intermission here? We could do that.
Okay.
And here's how to do it. I'm going to show you right now my mastery of OBS. You're going to be excited by this.
I am.
First I'm going to go like this. Then 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 I'm going to go like
People
this.
everywhere gather up in a means outraged at how they miss the sign. How do they set their priorities? These foreign backstabbing entities ensuing heartache and misery follow necessarily from their savage ways. Insulting Carson and Desiree, we're stuck with such petty larceny. We all partition directors and call it destruction of the whole damn world. Julie shares our limits. Her limits are what she shares. Only Julie will do. Only Julie will do. Jerry shares 4 minutes. He just can't do things like they do. Julie always thought that she should have got to when she had the chance to buy. Julie soon forgot about soon and ought, although she outrecalled. People everywhere gather up enemies outraged at how they miss a sign. How do they set their priorities? These foreign backstabbing entities ensuing heartache and misery follow necessarily from their savage ways. Insulting Carson and Desiree, we're stuck in such petty larceny. We all partition directors and call it destruction of the whole damn world. 30,000 days, too many expectations, not even worth a damn. 30,000 nights to sleep off the intoxication, otherwise we won't escape the plan. I wasted half my days trying on another's way, but who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody knows the key? 'Cause I'm tired of doing it wrong. Want direction and have all along. Wait until I know. Or is that just hesitation?
temptation. Clarity's no good once your chance is gone. What I need to show is it so below my station. I'm tired of doing it wrong. I wasted half my days trying on others' ways. Who can tell me my priorities? Is there anybody knows the key? 'Cause I think I'm doing this wrong. 'Cause I think I'm doing this wrong. Doing this wrong. Oh, he came here with her. And what's the big problem that you can't endure? You seem so sure it's not appropriate blaming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you reframing for him, straining for him, going to the gym, make yourself good enough again. Yeah, you guys both have lots invested. That's not a reason to stay around. For the years you've both been tested. Time to move up. Find higher ground. So he came here with her. And what's the big problem that you can't endure? You seem so sure it's not appropriate blaming to blame things on Scott. Despite getting caught, he's got you reframing for him, straining for him, going to the gym, make yourself good enough again. Be done with him. If Jesus was people but absent of sin, he must then have struggled with regular men and women, of course, when they too were present. Disciples all warily eyeing the lesson. Betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Living naively is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. If people were Jesus, they'd know what they think, and everyone's work would be true. And feelings once spoken would sit where they sink, and we'd all know just what to do. Once they're betrayed, the easy believing forever is lost. Living naively is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. The one you thought you knew, acts like you never have met. The life you made for two, has faded into regret.
forsaken, we all have been shook. But being forsaken don't mean you're forsook. Though in the past you've been hung out to dry, we'll find them at last, we just have to try. People aren't Jesus once they're betrayed. The easy believing forever is lost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost. Maybe naivete is not to be saved, but the wise pay a terrible cost.
Got a story about 10 years old. It's a song for an open road, and such a thing must always do its job. She married up Jeff, turned 19, 4 years in and 3 kids weaned. Weary now and questioning the past. Agency out, pays his discretion, locking in our courses, way too young. The urgency conferred is really just depression, making sure those underneath them always run. Doug at 20 found bourbon fun, likewise Doug at 21, and so forth well up into middle age. What he once thought would set him free became his whole identity. Now Doug's about another drunken rage. Agency out, pace his discretion, locking in our courses, way too young. The urgency conferred is really just depression, making sure those underneath them always run. Everybody's panicked about the kids, lock them up with extra dexedrine and mathematics to promote success, or to impose more unjust duress. Agency out, pace his discretion, locking in our courses, way too young. The urgency conferred is really just depression, making sure those underneath them always run. Without consent, it's really just oppression by parasites surviving while they feed their fear of dying. Yes, they feed upon the futures of the young.
Detectives in the parks, the very worst kind of thinking. Detectives in the parks. Once there was a girl named Jenny Sue, a teenage girl a lot like you. She lived in Florida, played some softball prematurely, had her last call. The day was clear and the sky was blue, so you don't need to fear what killed Jenny Sue, cause she came to the plate and she swung the bat and everybody heard a great big crack. Thunder. Right, dark. When sight returned to their eyes, they could only see a pair of charcoal thighs. Finney's mom was shocked, of course, and sad. In fact, her life seemed mostly bad. She had loved her kid and kept her safe, and then all at once the kid had met her fate. And Mom was outraged. Mom was mad. Mom sought help from her brother Brad.
A simple swine, one named, eyes begin to shine.
Is someone to blame? The very worst kind of thinking. To lock me inside. The very worst kind of thinking. Keeping me from danger. Detectives in the park. By lightning on the range. The very worst kind of thinking. Detectives in the parks. The very worst kind of thinking. Detectives on track. Detectives in the park. You can do that. God damn it, we were promised a plague. Bodies in the street. So we had to flatten the curve. Not overburden healthcare, sir. But you see, it's been underburdened, gee, cause this COVID thing's been so exaggerated. We have been lied to, fooled, misguided, directed to the wrong side. Your cherry picking art is not gonna work. You don't know your stats, your data gathering methodologies are crap. Listen here, if you only test the sickest, what you think is gonna be the trick? Stupid and scared. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. Stupid and scared. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. Stupid and scared. Scared and dumb. We swallow the gum. Scared. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. Stupid and scared. COVID-19 destroy everything for the impression you bring. Out of rock, rock and roll, bring around those heavy chords. Show me how to be so hard. Circa 1984, gotta rock. You are so hot, I don't know what I thought. Listening to that jazz and country shot. Gotta rock. After all your talk to the very rockin' it. Gotta rock, I roll. Roll your pancakes on my junk. Oh, rock your uncle up too much wine. Oh, rock those pancakes for your lunch. And oh, roll up in front of you in line. I'm the guy to rock. Like a rockin' block, a rockin' block. Separate the Lord to rock a lock. I know so few who do to rock. God knows that you do not rock. So spot this rockin' every dock. Talk to the very rockin' it. Gotta rock, I roll all night. I rock all day. Feel yourself like every day. Have your brunch, I'll interrupt my rock and roll. Blow your mind. I'll rock your mimosas like Dave's mine. I'll roll your pancakes on my junk. I'm gonna block for your lunch. God of rock, a rockin' shock. A rockin' flock of rockin' blocks, I pray the Lord to rock a lot. Rock, damn, the God of rock, rock. Just rock, and every talk to. After all your talking, the rockin' it. God of rock, 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 God of rock. Too much noise in the data stream. Loud enough to disrupt everybody's dreams. Frustrations mean mistakes are made, until it seems everybody's throwing shade. I won't be another casualty of other people's well-intentioned rules. I used to think that from tomorrow there'd be time for yesterday. It's not the sort of thing that one can borrow. No one willing still to lend a day. Your uncertainty's implicit, just like an unexpected visit from a bunch of men all dressed in blue suits. I won't be just another casualty of other people's well-intentioned rules. I used to think that some tomorrow there'd be time for yesterday. Well, there's a herd of cattle and a flock of birds. School up, fishes, it's a spew of words. Campaign of battles, a collect churns, cause farmers milk chattel for a cup's worth of curds, and a lip flap of tattlers telling on burn for disrupting the arrangement of a blossom of ferns confers a shameful burden that burn deserves, or so say the tattlers telling on burn. Bats are colonial, bees are swarmy. A quiver's worth of cobra res is making me horny. Got a cat named Capio and a dog named Bird. Cassiopeia is the name of my bird. There's no crowder for my cat. Bird has no pack. Got no grip of badgers, cause badgers attack. And the same goes for weasels, which come in a sack. But my Cassie's in a murder and they're all in black. Nobody's coming alone today. Nobody's alone. All of the creatures gather up their crews. Gather their crews. You lions, your pride, exaltation, a doves, a downfall, a slides, and one pair of gloves. There's a pot of whales, Bristol Grace, Sparta nails, Swaffle Snap the Jades, Frown of Fails, Canamace, Town of Jails, whole crash of rhinos, and a knot of toads. Porcupines form a prickle crowd in the roads, drive a drove of pigs, and yoke a team of oxen. Save a smack a jellyfish caught up in pots. Nobody's coming alone today. Nobody's alone. All of the creatures gather up their crews. Gather their crews. Everybody's gonna have a friend. Nobody's coming alone today. Nobody's alone. All of the creatures gather up their crews. Gather their crews. Nobody's coming alone today. Nobody's alone. All of the creatures gather up their crews. Gather their crews. I'd just been sad. I gave up long ago. Was sometimes mad, but bad was all I'd ever know. Since sad was all I'd been, I'd only mope and pout until I met a man named Ken who showed me how to whisper shout.
I'm rich, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the best. I'm rich, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the best.
I'd just been sad, I gave up long ago. Was sometimes mad, but bad was all I'd ever know. Since sad was all I'd been, I'd only mope and pout until I met a man named Ken who showed me how to whisper shout.
I'm rich, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the best. I'm rich, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the best. I'm rich, I'm the best, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the best. I'm rich.
I'd just been sad,
I gave up long ago.
I'm the greatest.
Was sometimes mad, but bad was all I'd ever known.
I'm the greatest.
Since sad was all I'd been, I'd only mope and pout.
I'm the best.
Till I met a man named Ken who showed me how to whisper shout.
I'm rich. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. I'm the best. I'm rich. I'm the best. I'm the greatest.
Good question, Peter didn't teach you.
I'm the greatest.
Very good question. Probably I would use that as my entrance theme. You know,
Oh,
that would be
that's a good entrance theme.
that would be a good entrance theme for a boxing match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Ryan S. Yeah, we just ended the intermission. No, we did not go make love. I mean, personally, I was just enjoying watching those videos kind of for a while too. It was just like,
Yeah, me too.
I like some of my own music. The ones in the greatest hits I tend to stack it, the ones I like best at the top. So, that's a pretty gratifying 10, 12 songs to listen to there. Seems like a pretty damn good album, you know? And that's the top 10 or 12 songs out of hundreds, right? It's like, it's not like they're everything works as well as those ones do, for me, from my perspective. But anyway, Rachel, if you want to go to bed and you do want to do some sort of pre-bed bathing and you want to begin that process now would be a good time to begin that process.
Yeah.
I will
Read my mind.
I will wrap up this stream sometime in the next
Yeah.
20, 25 minutes or so and
Sure.
see you inside.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. The thing is, I have no problem doing collabs. I've tried to do collabs with people before. I've had successful collabs with multiple people. It's kind of challenging to do long distance, but not impossible. I've had great collabs with, what's his face?
Good night, everyone.
Good night, Rachel. See you soon.
Good night.
You'd love to hear your take on the band AJR. Is that the band that does the song? What's it called? Bang. Is that what it's called? I think I do know the band. Their most successful songs include I'm Ready. Yeah, I think I've got a couple of their songs on my Chappy Tracks playlist. I like them, except no, the woman who pissed me off was not Fiona Apple. It was. I mean, Fiona Apple pissed me off too, but just artistically. The one you're thinking about is Michelle Shocked. Like, here's my problem with, you and me both, Ewan McKinney. You and me both. They're just too preciously clever, aren't they? Too much explicit NE in the wrong spot. That's exactly what I was going to say, is their lyrics kind of piss me off. Like, okay, you're not doing anything by changing go to grow, except pissing me off. Right? You know what I'm talking about? Are you and I on the same page here, you and McKinney? Why are you changing go to grow? Just to irritate me? Why do you have quinoa in your song lyrics? Why? It's too preciously hipster. Thank you, Ewan McKinney. finally, somebody understands. I mean, actually, Rachel and I have talked about this before ourselves in the car. It's like, why do you make that choice? I don't want to. You're asking me to feel like you feel, McKinney. McKinney, you wouldn't by any chance be in disguise, would you? I think you are. I think I know who you really are. I know who it is. And I know she wants to box me. It's really Octavio Silva. Is that what you're here for? You want to box me, you and McKinney? The old 1-2. Pow, pow. Pow, pow. Pow. Pow, pow, twisty punch. Like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking loud. That's what I'm raying. Okay, well, I know that was a very long intermission. Have I listened to any Tom McDonald? Is he sometimes known as Old? And does he have a farm? Does he do that song, Old MacDonald Has a Farm? E-I-E-I-O? If so, I am familiar with that song. I don't want to solve every debate with fisticuffs. I want fisticuffs independent of every debate. So it's like they're irrelevant to each other. Whoever wins the fight isn't going to win the debate. They're not linked. Okay? I'm not conceding any linkage there at all. The gypsies believe the bear to be a brother to man because he has the same body beneath his hide, because he drinks beer, because he enjoys music, because he likes to dance. You think that green wall is sad, so you chose another background over it? No, I don't think it's sad. I think your mom's face is sad, though. Ooh, burn! You just got burned, girl. You just got burned. Whose mom's face is sad? Your mom's face is sad. Ooh, Mac Daddy just got burned. Somebody bring out a quart full of aloe. Solving shit with fisticuffs. Just another face for your fist of stuff. That's a nice bit of wordplay there, Ryan S. What are you, some kind of NTP? Huh? 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 Writing a depressed ENTP. God, everything sounds boring and dumb right now. I don't want to do anything, but I'm also super bored. Okay, NFP. Just goes to show you, you can't presume that the F5 makes them totally dumb. INTPs, INFPs, ENFPs. I mean, if Ryan S. is correct about himself being an NFP, it doesn't change the fact that that sentence, solving shit with fisticuffs, just another face for your fist of stuff, it rolls with a nice rumbly, marbly feel. Have you guys seen the episode of Key and Peele where the guy eats the marbles? So that sentence sounds like him spitting out the marbles. You couldn't burn me if you had a bottle of 99% alcohol, poured it on the ground, threw a lit match on it, and then threw me in the fire. I couldn't? Even if I did all of that? What would it require for me to burn you? Would it require a nuclear bomb? Could I burn you with a nuclear bomb? You really, or do you have that much fire resistance? Or am I that bad at burning? I guess that's what you're trying to say. Even if I have a nuclear bomb, I can't burn somebody? I can't tell. Is it your fire resistance or my shittiness at burning people that's responsible here, or a combination of the two? Because it would seem like even the shittiest burner would be able to burn people with a nuclear bomb, right? That's very honest of you, Ryan S. I never would have known. You probably figured, someone's going to notice it and catch it. That's what I would have thought. I'm smart. It's good FE defense. Prevent FE defense there. That shows wisdom. You have the wisdom of the elders. Are you an elf, maybe? Or do you consider that your type is elf? You have an elfin sprightliness about you? Okay, cool. He has his own Iron Dome. Who are you talking about? Who has his own Iron Dome? I want to know. Octavio Silva? Yeah. Lion. I mean, I think it's probably ENTP gone wrong. It's hard to say. I tend to not credit ENFP songwriters with as much NI focus as ENTP songwriters, because I think the FI gets in the way of the NI to a certain extent. But maybe I'm being reductive towards them in that fashion. Certainly, I can think of some examples of ENFP songwriters whose work I admire and respect, such as Billy Bragg. He's got a number of good songs, but they tend to get a little caught up in their politics and stuff, you know. Oh, so it doesn't matter. Oh, it's a combination. Okay, it's a combination of the two. So if it weren't me, were somebody else trying to burn you, would their chances, on average, if an average other person tried to burn you, would their chances of burning you be better or worse than mine? Because I'm not interested in comparing myself against an ideal here. If you're that unburnable, it's just that, you know, not only I couldn't burn you, but really nobody else could either. Well, then I don't feel so bad, you know. But if just about anybody else can burn, if you're actually quite easily burnable, and this unburnability is unique to me, then I gotta wonder what's wrong with my whole burning strategy, you know? I gotta really rethink things in my life. So this is a pretty important question, Mac Daddy. I can't see an ENTP writing a song where the whole message is, we don't smoke weed, but it's okay if you do. Yeah. I don't think so. He's either right. I smoke lots of weed, and if you don't like it, go fuck yourself. You know, that's much more like. Yeah, the art of the burn is important. So I want to know exactly where I am on my on the burn capacity, my burn capacity meter. Ooh, he only burns to level 3. Maximum level 3. Okay. I gotta go. I was just gonna, Rachel, you just beat me to the punch. I was just gonna say, I gotta go. I'm going inside. I've got emotional intimacy time on the schedule. I don't want to miss out on it or make Rachel wait or run the risk of her falling asleep or something. So also I don't want to stay up too late. it's important to get my sleep. I gotta get up early tomorrow and go do some bullshit. So, I gotta go to the dentist tomorrow. Oh, great. That's gonna be so fun. I don't know. I don't even know who this dear Kristen is. But for whatever reason, obviously they're more successful than me. I appreciate everybody continuing to ask the question, why aren't you more successful? I appreciate it. Thank you for your concerns. And yeah, I gotta go dig those holes.